So yeah, man, my trip is it's just about almost coming to an end. It's coming to a close soon. The trip is basically halfway over. Man, I just got done walking this corner, man. This stupid, I'm talking about dime piece Dominican joint just walked past me, man. That thing just had me. That's a motivator, I ain't gonna lie. That motivates me, man. That motivates me to get on my grind so where I can spend more time in this country, learn more about the culture, learn the language and all of that. But golly, what I just seen just now, Lordy, Lord, have mercy. You know what I'm saying? But to pretty much sum up the trip, and I got a lot more content coming overall, but just for a quick sum up of my trip so far and what I think about the country. So far, I mean, I like it. It's decent. It's not Disney World or nothing like that. But the women, I'm talking about dime pieces all over the place. I'm talking about just stupid. I'm talking about the one that just walked past me just now. That had to be about, and you could tell she's mixed race. She, you know what I'm saying? Thing had the poo. That was the finest thing I've seen out here so far. That thing was, man, that thing was working with something. That thing was working with something, bro. That was a dime piece. But man, they got dimes in every corner you walk around here. Fine women all over the place. You could definitely come out here and get you some action, but expect to come out your pocket. And I just wasn't willing to just come out my pocket like that to simp on all of these women. I just wasn't willing to do that because I'm saying, because for one, I'm on a budget and I'm sticking to my budget. And for two, I'm not a simp, so I'm not about to do that. I'd rather do it the real way. I'd rather do it the more realer way, which takes a little bit longer, but it is what it is. It's gonna take me longer, but it's gonna be better that way. I don't want to just come out here and just spend all my money on all these women. I'm not about to, even though I very well could have. I could have had, please believe, I could have had about 10 different dime pieces at my Airbnb in a row. Each day of the week, I could have had a different girl in my Airbnb. I could have made that happen. They're all on my contact list right now. I can hit them up. I could call them, text them. I could call them right now and be like, "Hey, man, I'm about to send you a PayPal right now. Come through." And they gonna come through. Most of them, at least. Some of them might flake, but most of them is more than likely gonna come through. You know what I'm saying? Or just pay for their Uber ride. That's really what they're looking for. They want you to pay for their Uber rides, and then when they get here, they're probably gonna want you to splurge on them. And I'm just not willing to do that right now. You know what I'm saying? So I decided, you know what? Let me just go down a different path, man. I'm not about to sit there and do that, blow all my money on these women. I'm not about to do that. This trip is bigger than just women. The women were a part of it. They're not the main factor of this trip. And anyways, this was just my first trip outside the country. This is my first trip outside the country overseas. This is my first time traveling overseas. Never traveled overseas before until now. So it's my first time. So this was basically just to get my feet wet, just to get a feel of what it feels like to come here and what it feels like to travel to another country. That's basically what this was. You know what I'm saying? They got a little beach right there, I think. Or is it? No, it's not a beach, but it's kind of like a beach, but it's next to the water and all that. You got this statue right there. I don't know what that statue is or who that is, who that's a statue of, I mean. But nice little view right here. Yeah. So for my next trip, you never know. For the next trip, you know, I might chill with more girls, you know what I'm saying? But for this trip, I just wasn't having it, man. You know what I'm saying? I had like 2 different girls give me a massage, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Got my little quick cheap service. Got up out of there. But me spending all my money on those girls that I got on my contacts list on WhatsApp right now, I mean, I could do that, but I'm not about to do that. I'm sticking to my budget, I'm sticking to my plan, and I'm not simping out here. Not happening. You know what I'm saying? If it take me a little bit longer to find something out here, then that's what it is. Or I might just not get nothing out here. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? This trip wasn't just for women. I think some people just might assume I came out here for women. But I'm here to let y'all know that's not why I came out here. I came out here, I mean, the women is a part of it, don't get me wrong. I'm saying I'm not gonna sit there and lie about that. Like women ain't got nothing to do with it, because I like Dominican girls, and I know all about Dominican women. Well, I ain't gonna say all about, but I know about Dominican women. I got experience with Dominican women back in the States, so I know for a fact I like Dominican women. So I decided to come experience the real thing instead of the Americanized, watered down version. You know what I'm saying? But I love Dominican women, so that is a part of the reason I came out here. But it's not the only reason I came out here. You know what I'm saying? There's various different reasons why I came out here. I know a lot of these dudes, that's what they come out here for. But that's what separates me from the rest of these dudes, man. I'm not one of these passport bros. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind trying to date in a foreign country, but it's like there's some differences between the dating scene here in the States. Between here and the DR and in the States. But a lot of it is very similar as well, man. Like you can tell. It's not like just widely different. It's like, you know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I would even think it's safe to say for most American men such as myself, you might actually have a better shot at finding a genuine relationship back home in the States. If you just get on your job and get on your grind, you got a better shot at that. Like I'm talking to a girl back in the States. You know what I'm saying? A little bit, like texting and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's different. That the vibe between that is different between the girls here in the DR. The girls here in the DR, they straight up asking for money. Give me this, give me that up front. Like women in the States do that too, but it's like, I don't even know how to fully explain it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you're more likely to find a girl in the States who's more genuine and ain't just looking for you to just cough up money up front, is what I'm trying to say. But since you're a tourist and an American in this country, women are gonna automatically just come with their hands out. That's almost just expected because you're a tourist. You're not from here. You can't even speak the language properly. So of course it's not realistic for you to find a real genuine relationship until you learn the culture, learn the language, spend more time here. Then your chances increase because you got the American value, but you also know the culture. But if you have the American value and you don't understand the culture, like I don't fully understand the culture yet. I don't speak the language. So my American value, basically, it got these women with their hands out. They know I'm American. They know I'm a tourist. I don't understand the culture. Of course, they just got their hands out. That's expected. You know what I'm saying? That's expected. I was already expecting that. So I was kind of expecting this trip to go kind of the way it's going right now. It is what it is. The women were not the only reason I came out here. I don't know if the women might have also assumed that. Some women probably, a lot of people just assume that, man. You're an American, you're over here, you're over here for women. You're over here to get some sex. Like, no, not necessarily. Not necessarily. I might just be out here just trying to get a vibe. Get away from home for a little while. Enjoy the atmosphere. Try some good food. Get a view of the women at least. You know, and then go about my business. I might just be out here for that. You know what I'm saying? That might be the main motivator behind why I'm here. The women might be a part of it too, but maybe they're just a bonus part. They're not the main driving factor. Why is it that they got to be the main driving factor? Why? I don't get it. That don't make sense to me. You know, in Zona Colonial, basically, the vibes that I got from this part of Santo Domingo is basically the best way for me to sum it up together is like, if you ever been to Miami and you've been to New Orleans, or you know about those two cities, think of Miami and New Orleans had a baby. If New Orleans and Miami had a baby, you would get Zona Colonial, Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. That's exactly what you would get if you put those two cities together. Put New Orleans, Louisiana, and Miami, Florida. Make them have a baby. And that's what you get right here. You get a Miami feel, but you get a New Orleans feel too. In multiple different aspects. The New Orleans aspects, they come from the architecture, the food, the energy, you know, but then you get that Miami feel a little bit from the architecture as well. A lot from the colors of everything, the colors, the palm trees. I mean, Louisiana got palm trees too, but not like this. You know what I'm saying? But we do got them, but not like this. This is more of a Miami type of feel. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you got that tropical. You know, you got the beach, you got the ocean. You know, the colors. So that's what gives it that Miami feel. So it's like a Miami and New Orleans put together. As if Miami and New Orleans had a baby together. This is what it would be right here. This is exactly what it would be right here if you were to say New Orleans and Miami had a baby. And you put those two cities, smash those two cities together. This is what you get right here. And I like it. I mean, earlier this morning I got stopped by the police. They just like most people, they're gonna assume that I'm Dominican. If you're a black person or a mixed race person, more than likely most people are gonna just assume off first glance that you're a Dominican, especially if you're mixed race. But even if you're a darker skinned black person, because there's a lot of darker skinned black Dominicans I see out here. But most people just assume that I'm Dominican. So the police stopped me early this morning. I'm trying to tell them like, yo, man, I'm a gringo, I'm a tourist, I'm not Dominican, no Espanol, no Espanol. And then eventually they let me go. You know what I'm saying? At first they kind of annoyed me, but I ain't tripping on it. It wasn't nothing that serious. It's not like they didn't harass me or anything like that, so that's why I'm not even tripping on it. I used to get stopped by the police back in the day, back in the States, and they used to harass me. These police, they didn't harass me. They just stopped me, tried to question me, but then they saw that I'm not Dominican. They didn't know. They thought I was Dominican. That's probably, if I was a tourist, they wouldn't have stopped me well, if they would have known I was a tourist, they wouldn't have stopped me like that, but they didn't know. They thought I was Dominican, so that's why they stopped me, trying to question me and stuff. But that wasn't too serious. They didn't harass me, so I ain't tripping. They just tried to question me, but they let me go. Then that didn't last too long, maybe a minute or two. So besides that, I mean, I had two people trying to hustle me. I mean, unfortunately, they did hustle me, but they didn't hustle me too much. Eventually, I put my foot down, and you know what I'm saying? You are going to get that in Zona Colonial. Every now and then, depending on where you're walking. If you're walking the strip, I'm going to have to show y'all the strip I'm talking about. Where, yeah, you have the potential, somebody might walk up to you and try to hustle you. Trying to get you a haircut or a massage, or, you know what I'm saying, might be an escort or a prostitute, you know what I'm saying, walking around. Might try to hustle you. Might be a man, that may be a barber trying to hustle you. You know what I'm saying? Those are really the two people that more than likely would try to hustle you. It'll be a barber, or it'll be a girl trying to offer you some escort services or something like that. That's normally what it is. But it ain't too bad. It's not like they're just harassing you every time you walk out the door. It ain't that serious, you know what I'm saying? But it does happen, and it can happen, so it's something to be aware of. Yeah. The people are pretty much friendly. They're not rude or disrespectful. They're pretty respectful. Mind their business. The hospitality is decent. Overall, so far, for this trip, the trip personally could have been better for me if I'd have been better prepared. But just from what I can tell from the city right now, and knowing if I'd have been more prepared, I could have had more fun, and I could have been able to do more activities, etc., etc. And I give it about an 8.5, man. For me personally. Somebody else's perspective might be different, but for me, the food, the feeling of New Orleans and Miami put together, and me already being from Louisiana and seeing the aspects of Louisiana, or aspects that are similar to Louisiana out here. The women, I like the women, the attractiveness of the women. So with the vibe, the energy, the culture, the music, the food, the women, the prices, the cost of living, everything put together, the total package, I give this an 8.5, man. Zona Colonial, Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, I give it an 8.5, man. I give it an 8.5. I love it.